Today's video is brought to you by Luster's UB Natural. Today we're doing a new lock style using Jamaican black castor oil. What I did, I took the castor oil and I put some on my finger and then I massaged it onto the scalp of my hair. And you want to not put a whole lot, but enough that you moisturize the scalp of your head so that the top is not saturated with oil, but it has a decent amount so that your skin isn't dry. After you put the castor oil in your hair, you're going to add some of UB Natural's Edge Tamer All Day Whole Gel. You're going to put the whole gel on your edges so that the edges will stay down and look a little bit more manicured. You're not going to add a lot, just a little bit. You're just going to put enough around the edges where you use a small brush. I used a small toothbrush. I wetted a little bit so that it was damp, and then I just pushed the hair back. Next, for this style, you are going to do a French braid. So you're going to take two sections of the hair and then you're going to continue to crisscross the sections of the hair. So you're going to take one side and then overlap it with the other side, and you're going to continually overlap the strands of your hair all the way to the end. So you're just going to continually crisscross your hair, taking the sections from the bottom edge and going around. So you're not just going to take the top part, you're going to kind of go a little bit under the hair and then take that section around to the front. It takes some time to complete it in its entirety, but you're going to continually wrap the hair around from one section to the next, making sure that you move out any tangles that may arise. And you want to just kind of feel for loose strands that may not be gathered, so that you make sure that you're not missing any pieces and everything is within the French braid. So once you've gone as far as you can with the French braid, you're going to push the hair onto the side and continually braid it. So you're going to continually take those two sections and overlap each side, one after the other. Now you could always just put a hair tie around your hair at this point, but I like for my French braids to go all the way as far as possible, just because they last better that way. And I think it's a more manicured look, but it's all up to you. So this could totally be your end point. You could add a small rubber band around the end, or you could take the hair and just tie it off at this point, but it's up to you. So what I like to do, I like to kind of transition into a barrel roll so that the hair looks more manicured and it's just not, there aren't loose strands of hair coming out of the French braid. So in order to do the barrel roll, you generally take the longest strand and you wrap it around the hair, one lock at a time. And so you want to make sure when you're doing that, that whenever you stop one lock ends, that you're taking that next lock and going around the hair so that the first one is tucked under your second lock. And you want to continually wrap each strand all the way to the end of your French braid. So as you go, you can definitely tuck a few stragglers in so that they're not sticking out, because again, you want it to look as polished as possible, and you're just gonna continually go around and around, picking up the longest lock as you move forward down. So you also want to make sure that as you're going around, you're choosing a lock that is close enough to the edge of where you stopped so that you're not left with a gap. So you want to kind of pick the longest, but also keep in mind you want to pick one that's close enough to the edge so that you have a tight fit. You don't want large gaps between each of your locks. You want them to be very close together, and that will help to secure the hole. You also want to make sure that when you're doing your barrel roll, you're not pulling too tight, because that can also weaken the strands of your hair and cause some part. If you've ever seen a lock, some parts can be pulled too much and you have a thinning portion. So you definitely don't want to pull too tight because you don't want your hair to thin. And you're just going to go all the way to the end, and what I like to do at the end is tie off the lock. Just take the loose strands at the end and tie it. Take the UV Natural Edge Tamer and add some of the gel along the back and the edges of your hair. So you're going to put it at the end and you're going to rub it in. You can also go a step further and then tie a scarf around the edges of your hair, and that will just give it an even more manicured finish. Voila, this is your lock French braid with a barrel roll at the end. Definitely let me know how you like it in the comments section, and please remember to subscribe to my channel. I'm definitely trying to get some more subscribers so I can do some more videos. So check out my other videos, and thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.